Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV Blue Mage video. So today I'm going to show you guys how to get the primal spells in Realm Reborn as a solo Blue Mage. Please note that this is not a 100% drop rate if you're doing it unsynced, but this is a last resort if Party Finder is not an option for you. Eruption and Palm Cure are the only two that you can do as a solo Blue Mage synced, which I'll show you guys how to do that. Mountain Buster, Shock Strike, Glass Dance, Feather Rain, and Veil of the Whirl. Also, you're going to be getting Aqua Breath from Leviathan as well. You're going to be doing it unsynced. So you might be doing it once, twice, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times in some cases, but it's a lot faster than waiting for a Party Finder to fill up. Alright, so in my experience, it took me one try to get Feather Rain. It took me about one try with Titan because I had a group. It took me 3 tries for Shock Strike. It took me 22 times for Shiva. And Leviathan, it took me 7 times to get the Veil and 1 time to get Aqua Breath. And because Palm Cure and Eruption are synced, it took me 1 time for those as well. Now for the spells that I recommend. You don't really need a lot of them, but the ones I recommend are Mighty Guard and Basic Instinct. This will help nullify the damage reduction or the damage you do being reduced from Mighty Guard, plus also increases your damage by 100% and movement speed by 30%. You are going to be bringing with you either Sharpen Knife or Sonic Boom. For both, I would say with both. Sonic Boom is going to be good for long range and Sharpen Knife for short range. You're going to be taking Mind Blast for your AoE during the Shiva and Leviathan fights. They'll have ads, so you can use this to take them out. And you're going to have White Wind and Off Guard, and of course Water Cannon as well for backup. Titan Exuviation will help you with your Jail debuff that will reduce your damage you do. Other than that, I don't think you'll be needing anything else. And Bad Breath if you can. Now, before we begin, I highly recommend getting Ifrit's Eruption first, so you guys can utilize that in the rest of the primal fights. Alright, so you can easily do that, like I said, synced. As for gear, I recommend the augmented level 70 Skaven set with Poetics. If you don't have enough Poetics, just try to get whatever level 70 gear off the market board for the accessories. I just took whatever was cheapest. Alright, on level 386 is overkill. Alright, so the first thing you do is go into the Duty Finder, go to the gear icon, do Unrestricted Party, and then the level sync. This is for Ifrit and Thornmarch Hard. And then when you do the rest, you just take off level sync to do Unrestricted Party. This allows you to go into the fight synced, but also by yourself. And this allows you to go by yourself, but you're going to be at your highest level. Alright, so I will see you guys at the end of all the fights. So when you first start Ifrit, make sure you have your Basic Instinct and Mighty Guard up, and then you're going to start spamming 1000 Needles. Since his HP is pretty low, it should be pretty useful until his ad phase. He will use Eruption halfway through the fight, so you guys cannot miss it. When his ad phase starts popping up, start using Water Cannon on the nail, because he will do his pushback every now and then. Or you can use Sonic Boom from afar, either or. During the final phase, you want to start switching over to doing your Water Cannon, Sonic Boom, Bad Breath, and ignore using 1000 Needles at this point, because he's going to start using Plumes, Eruptions, Pushback, and all that, so just stick to doing Sonic Boom or Water Cannon. Feed him, and then you'll get Eruption automatically because you did this synced. So now on to Thornmarch Hard. Again, Mighty Guard and Basic Instinct up, and then you're going to start using Sonic Boom or Water Cannon on the Paladin or the Gladiator Moogle here, and make sure you heal up as you go along. You're going to be needing Blood Drain to get your MP back, because of the second pair of Moogles are going to be a Archer and a warrior. They hit pretty hard, so make sure you heal accordingly. Kill the archer first, and then worry about the warrior. After those two are down, you will get the white mage and then the bard Moogle. Focus down the white mage first, because the bard Moogle just basically stands there and does his songs, and then the white mage does his holy. Eventually, the white Moogle will start using Palm Cure. Once you see that, you can go ahead and kill the white mage. Then you can just self-destruct yourself on the bard, and then you can leave the duty. Simple as that. Now it's Titan's turn. Again, same thing. Mighty Guard and Basic Instinct, and you're going to utilize Eruption here. That's why Eruption is the first thing you guys should get. Because we're doing this unsynced, he is going to die pretty quickly. So you're going to be utilizing Sonic Boom and Eruption in this fight. I personally ended up having Shock Strike because I did Titan last, but if you don't have Shock Strike, just stick to Eruption and Sonic Boom. Because you kill him pretty quickly, you don't really need Exuviation to get rid of the debuff if you're jailed, but if you need it, you have it just in case. So during the last phase, he will use his Mountain Buster. For the Heart phase, I highly recommend just using one Eruption and then a Sonic Boom to knock that phase out. If you do not kill it fast enough, he will jail you. And then you're going to have to wait for the timer to expire, and then the jail will explode. Obviously, you can survive it, pretty simple. So once he does the text to the last grapple with D, he will do Mountain Buster. After that, go ahead and kill, and hopefully you get your drop. Next is Shiva, the most annoyingest one of them all. Mighty Guard and Basic Instinct as usual, and you must go through basically her whole fight and waiting for her second roundabout of her AoEs until she does the bow action, which will do Glass Dance. So here all you want to do is make sure that you damage her down far enough until her adds spawn, and just do Eruption and then Mind Blast them all to death. After she's done doing all that and returns, continue fighting her. Make sure you heal yourself if she pulls out the sword and shield, because she'll do half your damage. At the very end, make sure you leave her alone, because she needs to complete her Glass Dance. So you're going to get her down to most likely 2 to 3%. So once she does her roundabout AoEs for the second time, this is where she's going to end up using her Glass Dance, so make sure you stand behind her. Do not move during permafrost or you'll slide and you'll get frozen, and then you'll die. If you see Glacier Bash, make sure you get behind her as well or you get stunned. So there's her bow. Glass Dance will go off. And then go ahead and kill. This one, like I said, took me 22 kills to get. One of the most annoyingest ones to get, in my opinion. Next is Leviathan. Like I said, he'll give you Aqua Breath and then the Veil of the Whirl. I forgot to mention that hard mode works just fine. After he goes underneath, he'll respawn, send a slam down, and then continue attacking the head. And then he'll spawn his adds, make sure you kill each one. They all die pretty quickly on sync with a Sonic Boom, so you don't really have to move. He will do Veil immediately after re-emerging from the water, so you cannot miss it. And then you will see Aqua Breath when a giant AoE comes hitting down on you. That is his Aqua Breath. Even if you dodge it, you still can get it, so don't worry if you don't get hit by it. You just need to see the skill in order to retrieve it. Other than that, it's just kill the bubbles, kill the adds, repeat, and kill Leviathan. You don't really have to use the converter on sync because you don't get enough damage done to you, so don't worry about activating it. So on my first attempt, I ended up getting Aqua Breath, didn't get the Veil, so I had to repeat the fight again, and on the second time I got Veil of the Whirl, or the 7th time. Next is going to be Ramuh Hard Mode. This is the easiest one to do of the extremes and the hard. So he's going to use his tank butter, which is Shock Strike. He's also going to seduce you as well, so you'll be freed once you get hit with the Lightning Bolt. Once you have 3 of the orbs on the ground, you can grab all 3 to give yourself an electricity buff to reduce the damage. And there is Shock Strike right there. During the add phase, kill the Arbiters, otherwise you will not be able to kill Ramuh, because he will go invuln at a certain degree of health. So once you see Judgment Bolt go off, he is free to continue DPSing. There isn't much to worry about after this. Ignore the second set of adds that come out. Just continue focusing on Ramuh, and he'll die within the next minute or two. So it only took me 3 tries on Ramuh Hard to get my Shock Strike. So last but not least is going to be Garuda's Feather Rain, and this has to be on extreme mode only. So when she jumps up into the air, that's when Feather Rain starts raining down. You are going to want to kill one of the adds that spawn quickly, otherwise they will tether and then they will not be able to be destroyed. So you've got a good couple seconds to kill Saparna before she attaches to Garuda or her sister. Take out the second sister, and then take out Garuda after that. So you will jump, and then bring down Featherrain. After she is done blasting the area and she starts attacking again, you can attack her because she's in vuln right now, and then finish off the fight for Featherrain. Alright guys, so that is all of the primal spells in A Realm Reborn. Like I said, this is a last resort if Party Finder is a complete failure for you. It is probably faster to do this unsynced than it is wasting time waiting for other people to come help you. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and join the First Brood. If you guys want to join my Discord server, the link will be in the info section down below. And if you guys want to support what I do have YouTube memberships available. So until next time, may you forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead. And hope that RNG is in your favor.